Libras, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading that is all about your love life. The first card that we're going to pull is going to be, what's the overall energy with your love life? What's going on there? Let's see. Bottom of the deck. So, the card is protection. Whatever's happening right now in your love life is actually for your own good and for your own protection. You may have heard this saying that rejection is protection, and that is very true right now. If you've been feeling as though maybe you've been rejected from something or someone, or even like maybe your love life isn't going the way you want it, like you're like, when is my person gonna come in, or is this my person? Know that everything that's happening is for your protection. Okay, let's see what else we need to know about your love life. Let's see what's going on. All right, here we have change. So things are changing. Things are definitely changing. What I am feeling is that what could be helpful is for you to expand your view of what you think love looks like. So sometimes we feel like love looks like somebody talking to me all the time. And if they don't talk to me all the time, then they don't really love me. They don't really care about me. And so, or maybe some of you are resistant to love coming in, resistant to, again, what that could look like. So be open to that change. Be open to things maybe not looking the way you thought they were going to look, as far as who your person could be. Also, what I'm feeling is don't get so attached to the outcome, okay? Don't get so attached to the outcome of finding your happily ever after. I'm putting that in quotes because there isn't any such thing as a happily ever after that we see on TV. Your happily ever after depends on what you want it to look like. And so what I'm really feeling is that you need to get clear on what love means to you, what it actually looks like for you to receive love in all different ways, not just from a romantic partner, but also platonically, and really start to, well, it's going to change anyway, actually. That's what I'm feeling. There's a lot that's being changed when it comes to your love life. But also look at how you can change, right? How you can change in your approach. Are you someone who is a little more rigid, as in if they do this, then that means they love me, and if they don't do this, then that means they don't love me? Or are you someone that's a little too flexible, like you don't really have any standards in place, your values are wishy-washy, right? Like you'll accept anything, and start to understand why that is, right? What happened, or what are the things that you experienced, especially early on, that contributed to you viewing love in certain ways, that contributed in you being either too rigid with your expectations or too lax with your expectations. What advice do you have for the Libras? What advice do you have for the Libras when it comes to love? Nourish. Okay. Nourish yourself. Self-care, pouring into yourself is going to be really important. Don't focus so much on what's going on outside of you. Focus more on what you need in order to feel secure within yourself, okay? What does it look like when you're not looking for a relationship? What does it look like, or what could it look like for you to not what could it look like for you to put more of your energy and focus on play, or your energy and focus on trying new hobbies, trying new things, taking yourself out, buying yourself flowers, right? What would that actually feel like for you? Because looking at this overall, there's a lot of brightness, right, when it comes to your love life. You see the sun here, and all three of these cards. And so there's a lot of growth, right? There's a lot of vitality that's happening. And there's a lot of change that's coming, okay? So be open to change, be open to possibilities. And also know that what's also needed is for you to take care of yourself, for you to look at the ways that maybe you've been neglecting yourself that you want somebody else to fulfill. So, whatever the thing is that you're looking for in somebody else, think about how you could give that to yourself. That feels like that would be really helpful for you, really supportive for you. Also, again, remember that anything that has happened, any breakups that maybe you've had, or any times where you have felt rejected, know that that was there to protect you. Because what good would it do if you got in a relationship with someone that wasn't for you and you were miserable all the time? You've done that already. Yeah, you've done that. So remember that even though things maybe hadn't worked out the way you pictured it in your mind, or the way you thought that it was supposed to, based off of all the different reasons that you've been conditioned to think, know that you're being protected. We're gonna pull one last card from a different deck. What else do the Libras need to know about their love life? What else do they split the deck? All right. So the herb is passion flower, and the word is surrender. This came out in the reverse. So you're being asked to surrender, okay? Earlier, I was feeling a lot of rigidness, when it comes to your love life. And so this card is coming out to remind you to just let it flow, okay? Let it unfold how it needs to unfold. Don't force anything. Don't stop trying to force people to show up in the way that you think that they're supposed to show up. Okay, that is what surrendering is. That is allowing people to be exactly who they are, and allow yourself to be who you are without trying to force change, or get someone to conform to a mold that you decided in your head was the right way to be. Okay. Because again, overall, there's a lot of beauty here. There's a lot of potential for growth. There's a lot of potential for change when it comes to love. But first, understand that things that happen were, for your protection. Pour into yourself and allow yourself to surrender to the process. All right, I'll see y'all next time. That is it for today. If something resonated with you, let me know. Bye.